Hello and welcome to this segment of Arts Talk. I'm Sherri Burr and my guest for this segment is John Corbett. Welcome, John.
Hello, thank you. My crowd, my people.
Okay, we're here at the Weems Art Fest, which happens every November in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and you're the featured artist. So we want to talk about you as a creative soul. Like, how did you get involved in producing your art? Like, we have this Elvis shot.
Representing Elvis.
Elvis, okay.
On a piece of wood that I found in a thrift store with a velvet Elvis background here that Marianne Weems so appropriately framed. I thought it was framed enough just on the piece of wood, but she made it seem very cool. Okay. So what we have here is Elvis from the back in his dressing room doing a little tango in private. Yeah, checking out the fit of his suit. He's got the little leg extended there, and he's got the little hand motion happening, and I don't know why he's doing that. It just came to me.
All right, so that's on board. What about this one, 504?
504 would be another hero of mine from growing up. The one and only, as you can tell, Evel Knievel. That once again I thought was already framed, and Marianne Weems put it on a black velvet with a silver frame. And I started out, I should pull this one down, I started out thinking, here's what happened. Marianne asked me to come be part of the show. She heard I was an artist, and that wasn't exactly true. I was on Oprah Winfrey, and I had taken and she visited the house, and I had taken a couple of thrift store paintings from maybe the 60s that I bought for $1 or $2, and of a mother holding her baby, sweetly painted. The baby was probably 50 years old by now. That's how old the picture was. And I would take oil paint and paint hair all over the baby's legs.
Wow.
And give the mother a missing tooth, and put a pair of giant platform shoes on the baby. Okay. Right? As a kind of a joke art. Joke art. But I still get a kick out of painting it, and I turn those kind of paintings into sort of funny pictures. Okay. And so I think because Marianne saw that, she thought I was some sort of artist. So she asked me to come out and be the celebrity artist for the event, which they have every year. But I had to create 8 pieces of art.
All right.
And I didn't really know what I was going to do, although I'd been pushing art or paint around on the canvas since I was probably 7 or 8, watercolors, and I always had a bag of oils.
And this was in West Virginia, right?
In West Virginia, where I grew up. And I always had a bag of oil paint and watercolors and acrylics, always around. But would paint on just about anything but canvas. So I was in New Orleans making a movie that comes out on TNT the end of this month, called Ricochet, little movie plug. And I didn't know what I was going to do, and I was in a shop where there was a lot of folk art, and that's when it hit me. I'm going to do all my pieces, and this was the first piece right here. And this is the first piece I did, which was Elvis and Evel Knievel on an old people's scooter for the people that like to go to the grocery store but don't like to walk around. And this is some pencils and some charcoal and then some watercolors, and they're taking a trip off the Grand Canyon. Wow. And they couldn't be happier. Elvis is giving a high kick, thumbs up, and of course Evel's giving an old peace sign while hanging on to Elvis. And all my pieces were going to be Elvis and Evel doing things together, jumping rope together, because what I liked about them, they both have that white jumpsuit with a big collar,
right,
and sort of similar hairstyles with the big sideburns. So it was going to be 8 pieces of Elvis and Evil synchronized high diving in their white jumpsuits and sword fighting, things like that. So I made my first piece, and then I thought, well, I'm just going to do. I'm going to do Elvis. I mean Evil jumping the Snake River Canyon in his thing, or I'm going to do Elvis and Evil as little teenagers sitting around their underwear, 3D underwear, I might add. And you can see from the side, we got a little action going on down here. And this is the similar hair that I put on the baby's legs that I buy, you know, when I buy the thrift store art. And somebody pointed out that they look similarly like Beavis and Butthead. And so maybe that was subconscious, I don't know, but that's Elvis and Evil on a green couch. And then I thought, well, wait, who else do I like? I love Abe Lincoln and Bruce Lee in a kung fu battle, right? Look at the great shape that Abe's in. Nobody knew that. He just gave him a whack in the meat and 2 veg, and Bruce is letting out a tremendous scream. And so I thought, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do kind of pop art from some of my heroes.
You like drawing and you like painting.
I like drawing and painting, and so and there's Elvis, of course. I'll go show you another Elvis. This is Elvis just taking a ride down a road, feeling pretty good on a scooter, giving a high kick and a wave. He seems to be happy that he's leaving somewhere.
Right, Graceland?
I don't think that's Graceland. I don't really know where it is, but he's getting away from there fast, and he couldn't be happier. And that's the extent of the thought that I put into my Elvis, Evel Knievel, Bruce Lee, Abraham Lincoln fight.
This was a series that you created just for the Weems Art Fest.
The one and only. The one and only. I've never showed my art before. I've never had art to show, really. I make pieces and give them away at Christmas time or birthdays. For some reason, I'm fascinated with giant platform shoes because I can, I make them. They're kind of funny. I'll give you a little sketch right now. Say that's a leg.
I'm getting a John Corbett original sketch.
Yeah. So I like to make just the giant shoe like this with a little bow. Maybe I'll put some hair on this leg, right? And so I'll make a dog walking with a pair of these shoes, on all 4 legs. And that's it.
Wow.
That's my inspiration.
Okay. So prior to this art fest, had you ever sold any of your art?
No, there hasn't been art to sell. There's a lot of it at my house, in my rock and roll room, because I have a band. My guitar player's here, and we've known each other since probably about 1986, and we have where we rehearse. We take all the clippings from all the towns that we play, where they'll have a poster, and I have a big industrial stapler, and I'll just staple it to the wall, and all the ticket stubs and things like that, and hotel room keys, just everywhere there's space. And then there's a lot of paintings on the walls. I have a lot of Hank Williams stuff that I'll paint.
So it's an ongoing wall collage.
That's right. If that's a space on the wall, I will put that on that wall. So it'll be a permanent piece of art on the wall.
I gotcha. And what about your movie posters? Do you have these at home too?
These were brought here. Marianne wanted me to sign some of these and sell them, so I didn't bring these. And I don't know how you found these or where you found these, but I've never seen. I don't think I've seen any of these. This is the only one I've ever seen before.
Oh, really? Yeah. Only My Big Fat Wedding?
And that's the movie I made out here in Albuquerque, and I think 05 or something like that, with Kim Bassett.
They are also very rare, and all sales of them go to the charities.
Okay.
That's right.
So
everything's on silent auction.
And you can own a John Corbett signed movie poster.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I'm going to bid. I want this back. So I'm going to bid on my own Elvis going the tango. Because I love the way she framed it, and and it's fun.
Okay.
So somebody's got to beat me getting it.
Right.
But all the money does go to 3 great charities.
All right, great. Okay, let's see if there's any questions from the audience. Larissa?
My question for you is, you've taken on Evel Knievel, Elvis, Bruce Lee. Who might you consider sketching in platform boots next?
She only wanted 8 pieces, and one of my pieces was censored. Marianne censored one of my pieces because she thought it was a little violent. Because I had someone's head cut off, and I had Zorro, the famous Zorro, holding a decapitated head while stabbing someone else, but in the same vein of these other things. So it was very funny. But I agree with her. It was a little off-putting and odd. So I gave that piece, which was my favorite piece. I gave it to Tara. So Tara has that in the hotel room right now, and he's going to put it in his house. But I came up with an idea this morning in that same vein. I am going to have Daniel Boone with a jetpack and 2 big bags of money flying over a small city. So I don't know how he got the money. Maybe he robbed a bank. But he's going to have a giant smile on his face, and he's going to be going about 150 miles an hour.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other
So that's next when I put paint to canvas.
Okay. Any other questions from the audience right now?
Any more movies with Nia Vargalos?
Wait.
I have a great movie with Nia.
You did 2, right? My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and
Right.
then you did something about Valentine's.
We did this movie, I Hate Valentine's Day, which was we raised a couple $1 million. We made that ourselves. We raised $2 million, and so that we could own it. We could own because Big Fat Greek Wedding, we were just in it. We don't own it. We didn't participate in it.
Were you surprised at its success?
Oh, of course, yeah. That was one of those movies that was probably supposed to go straight to video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there wasn't. It once again was a movie made on a very low budget, $2-3 million, and they only had maybe $150,000 to publicize it, which today when you see, you'll see J. Edgar, and they'll spend
50 million, right?
40-50 million just publicizing it. So it was supposed to go to video, but Nia just wrote a movie, and we made money on this. Nia and I actually, we made money on it. It's the first time I've ever been involved in a movie where I got to own a piece of the movie.
Wow.
And we sold it, and we made most of the money overseas, which is a good thing. And so we're going to do another one that we're going to shoot. I believe we're going to shoot it in Italy. And we're just going to keep making movies. Nia actually directed this one. She wrote it and directed it, started it. And so I like the way she does that. She's fun to work with. She's one of my best friends. So I just want to keep doing that for as long as she wants to.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Other questions there's another question from the audience.
How did you feel when Carrie left you for Big?
So I'm sure he was heartbroken, but as you saw the next season, he found love, and if you saw the second movie, he not only found love, he had a couple more kids. So I think he's okay. I think Aiden's okay.
Do you get vested in these characters? I mean, do you feel like they're part of you as you're performing?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
No.
There's another question from the audience.
First of all, John, welcome to Albuquerque.
Thank you.
And my question to you is, have you had an opportunity to enjoy the fine New Mexican cuisine while you've been here?
We went out and had I don't want to give any plugs, but we went out and had a great fiesta last night.
Oh, good.
A great one, right.
Oh, good.
And we had lots of margaritas, and I think the best, I got the recipe from this restaurant that doesn't give the recipe out
But
for
they
their
gave it to you.
salsa,
Okay.
their famous, world famous salsa.
Okay.
And I got the recipe.
Good for you.
So I'm going to make it because I think I could have just had chips and that salsa for my entire dinner.
Wow, it sounds like you're a cook as well.
I'm okay in the kitchen.
Really?
I'm okay in the kitchen. I was raised by a single working mom. I'm the only child who, and I went to a Catholic school. So from the first grade on, my mom worked in a hospital. She worked in the supply room, and I had to wear a dress shirt and slacks and a tie since the first grade, and so she taught me how to iron and do my laundry. So since I was about 6, I could do my own washing and cooking and you know, ironing. So I've been able to do that since I was a kid.
You're great boyfriend material. No wonder Bo likes you.
Bo and I have been together 10 years, and you know how many times she's ever done my laundry? Not once.
Good.
Not once.
Wow.
Yeah. I do my own laundry.
There's another question right here.
Hi, so you talked about future projects, acting with Naya. Are there any other projects in your career that you look forward to doing that you haven't accomplished yet?
Yeah, they don't have anything to do with acting, but I would love to get my pilot's license. I want to take sailing lessons and become an accomplished sailor so that I can get my own sailboat and keep it in the Santa Barbara Marina and sail to the Channel Islands or to Catalina or up to San Francisco. So those are some plans. As far as acting, I'm in a really good place. Like I just did a movie in North Carolina. I just got back, I don't know, 4 days ago in North Carolina. It's called A Smile as Big as the Moon. It's based on a book about a fellow named Mike Curtis who took the first group of special needs kids to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama. And it's a Hallmark Hall of Fame. It comes out January 30th. You know those, I did one a year and a half ago called November Christmas with Sam Elliott. And the Hallmark people are so great, they asked me to do another one. And so, you know, that was a great experience to go do that and hang out with these kids. They hired all special needs kids and they became my friends over 6 weeks. Yeah.
We look forward to seeing all of your future performances.
Thanks.
That's great.
Thank you.
Welcome again to New Mexico. My name's Anawa Lacey.
Thank you.
Of all of your avenues of creative expression in your art and your acting and music, and I'm sure you have others, what is your favorite and gives you the most joy?
My favorite form of expression?
Creative expression.
Creative expression? Boy, it depends. It depends on my mood. You know, we have our band and we go out and play, I don't know, 100 shows a year, something like that. But, you know, honestly, there's nights when I've just done it for 6 nights in a row and it's 5 to 9 and we do a 3.5-hour show with no breaks. And it's 5 to 9. I have to walk out there in front of 500 people at 9 o'clock and I just don't want to do it. I'm tired. I just don't feel like singing. I don't feel like talking to anyone, let alone singing for them for 3.5 hours. But on the good nights when that's the opposite of that and there's no place else I want to be, that's it. And the same applies to being in a movie. There's days when I would rather be anywhere else but on that set and days when I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I would have guessed music, but...
We want to give you an opportunity to sing.
Yeah, we'll do a little.
Okay.
Try and I'll do a little.
Okay, did he come back? He's right there. Okay,
yeah.
So we can do that now.
Cut your telephone off, your sweet little southern belle. And if the only way to reach you is through the mailman, when I get back home, I hope my box is filled. I got your letter today. So good to hear you talking. I'll write a letter tonight. Just so you know I care. I'd like to pay your way out west, but before you get started, this old rodeo road will have me back in your hometown again. Little Wendy, I know you're young and you live with your family. Say that Midwestern morality is making you miserable. Well, I'd like to pay your way out west, but before you get started, I'll be away from my home with a song and a star somewhere. I got your letter today. So good to hear you talking. I'll write a letter today. Just so you know I care. I'd like to see you move out west, but before you get started, this old rodeo road's got me back in your hometown again. Oh yeah, play a guitar, kid. just thought I'd try your number. Now I got 2 days off, imagine me catching you home. I'd like to see you while I'm here, making up for the next time. Then I'll be leaving this place with a smile on my face 'cause of you. Well, I called your number tonight. So good to hear you talking. I'll write your message tonight. Just so you know I care. I'd like to see you while I'm here, making up for the next time. Then I'll be leaving this place with a smile on my face 'cause of you. 'Cause this old rodeo road's got me back in your hometown again. This old rodeo road's got me back in your hometown again. Thank you, buddy. Turn over. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you, the audience, for joining us for this section of Arts Talk.